It's true, Shawn.
What are you talking about? What's true?
All of it. You know all of it. You know it.
So where can I find this truth it?
On the Pop Bros Network, because this is a Pop Bros exclusive.
Did you just want to act like Han Solo again?
You know, doing a promotional spot isn't like dusting crops, boy. What's up, everybody? I'm Richard.
And I'm Shawn.
And we're speaking the language of bromance. Yeah, see how that's how you sound. That's how you sound when you do that.
I sound fantastic. That's what I think.
Yeah?
Yeah, pretty much. So, Richard, let's dive right into a little bit of crime. How do you feel about talking about some crime tonight?
I love crime. I mean, I don't love crime, but I love crime.
You know, in previous episodes, we've talked about, over in England, the Grandpa Gang.
Yeah. Old men.
This is a one-man gang that this story comes from. So, out of North Carolina, there was a gentleman named Jeffery Allen Manchester.
Jeffery Allen Manchester. Oh, yeah. My God. Did you just realize his initials spelled jam?
But he only likes jelly. That's the problem in his life.
Hey, what's the difference between jelly and jam?
I don't know what.
When he goes to prison, they're not going to jelly his dick in their ass. I just made that up. Not the joke. I mean, but I adapted.
That's going to hurt. But he goes by the name Roofman.
Ooh. Oh, that's awesome.
It is. It's almost like a superhero name, or it could be a villain name.
It sounds like a superhero name, which would be perfect if the guy wasn't a criminal. Because I'm guessing this is the criminal. This isn't like a vigilante thing.
Oh yeah, this is a guy that stole. I don't know what all he stole. We'll get to that, but
who are those? Yeah, because they've had superheroes. You know, guys walking down the street in like complete costume. They've had documentaries about them, which I've seen, but none of them were really memorable.
Well, I think most of the time, don't they just carry around mace or like a phone to call the police?
Yeah, like a cell phone. It's like Neighborhood Watch with costumes. Oh my God, I've just realized what I want to do with my life.
That's your calling. Somebody's like, help, I'm being attacked. Like, 1 second, 911. Yeah, there's a lady being attacked. Well, go help her. God, no, I don't have any training.
Ma'am, they'll be here in 15 minutes.
Oh, she's dead.
So, never mind.
Oh, God, he's coming this way. I got to run.
Got tripped up on my cape.
But this is out of the Bay Area, and this is a former Army reservist. He dropped into fast food joints. I guess now he's behind bars. And of course, what's the downfall of any criminal?
Wait a minute, he dropped in, like literally dropped in?
I think he worked in fast food joints. Is the way this is sounding.
See, in my head, well, because you said his name was Roofman, so in my head, I'm imagining he's coming in from the roof, like Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible. The cable's lower, and there he is, Roofman.
I think that's what. Actually, I'm sorry. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think he would drill into the roofs and break in that way.
Oh, see, that's genius.
That's pretty smart.
Yeah, he's probably sitting around, like at his house or whatever. He's sitting around. He's like, God, I wish I had a way I could rob fast food joints. I don't know why he picked fast food joints. I mean, from what I understand, they're on the decline. But he's sitting there, and he's like flipping through channels on TV, and he comes across Mission Impossible, and he's just click, click, click. Wait a minute.
He's like, that's genius. They don't have any, alarms or anything on the roof. I just drill a hole, drop in, grab some cash, go out, maybe grab me a little apple pie before I leave, because those things are yummy.
Oh, my God. And they keep forever?
But, they just go right to my thighs, though. That's the only problem. But I can't say no.
Guess I have to get a stronger rope.
But, like when we talked about the Grandpa Gang, what was the downfall for them? What got them caught was the women in their life, and that
It was
Jeffery Allen Manchester. There was a woman that kind of caused him to basically get caught. But what caught
so what you're saying. So right now for me, the moral of the story is, if I'm going to have a life of crime, I need to be single.
yes, that's. I mean, it sounds like whenever you see Blow, I think his wife kind of screwed him over in that. The new one that Johnny Depp was in, where he plays the gangster. He was.
Whitey Bulger.
Yeah,
his Black Mass.
His girlfriend at the time is like, I'm sick and tired of being in the house. I want to go for a walk, Whitey. Let's go for a walk. And what happens? He goes for a walk. Somebody recognizes him, and he gets thrown in jail.
Yeah. I was watching just recently. I was watching High Fidelity. You've seen High Fidelity?
I've heard of it, but I don't think I've seen it.
Okay, great movie. John Cusack's in it, and it's him in Chicago. He's in Chicago. He owns a record store or whatever. And I swear to God, don't make a fucking record joke here, because he has a giant record collection, and that kind of is what made me revisit the movie. I've seen it before, but in the movie, there's a bit where he walks outside, and he says, John Dillinger was shot in the back of this theater. He was on his way out, and the feds trapped him in the alleyway and shot him to death. And you know who tipped the feds off? His fucking girlfriend. So the lesson here is, if you're going to adopt a life of crime, it's a lonely life. And it should stay a lonely life if you want to be successful.
That's the way. Yeah, it sounds about the right way to do it. I mean, every time you hear these stories, it's always like some kind of significant other that kind of screws the plans up.
Yep.
So by day, Jeffrey would, spend his time as a churchgoer. So he had a good front. He was a churchgoer. He would give toys. He would give toys to kids. He told his new girlfriend in the church that he was going to that he had a secret government job.
Ooh, perfect. It's like a secret agent, so then he uses that to get pussy.
Yeah. Well, he's at a church, and he had
Yeah. He's like, what's up, ladies?
That's how he got his girlfriend. That's how he got in trouble. She got pissed. He's like, wait, you just steal shit? I'm telling somebody.
He's like, oh, we're doing, I have a mission, a secret mission. It is, because then it's like Mission Impossible, which is about spies, and he's dropping in from rooftops, so he thinks of himself as the next Ethan Hunt.
Yeah, because I mean, spies are really just government-sanctioned criminals,
and he's a criminal, and he's dropping in from rooftops, and he's telling people it's government work. He thinks he's a spy.
So I mean, this sounds like a typical criminal, right? So by night, though, Richard, this is where it gets interesting. So at night, Richard, he hid in a Toys R Us. He made his lair. So he found a Toys R Us, and he found a cubby hole in the bicycle display. So he'd hide, he'd shimmy under there at night. Everybody goes in and shuts off the lights. And so he'd come out and play afterwards. He would, race remote control cars on the roof after hours. He would ride the bike around the store for exercise.
Oh my God, best idea ever, right?
Yeah, he's got to have some fun, right? He's got to have some entertainment. So he would monkey around with the employees' work schedules. So, nope, Susie's not working at 3 to 8 tonight. She's working from 6 to 10. Fuck you, bitch.
I never liked Susie. I always hated that name. Fuck her.
She keeps wrapping up my sleeping bag and putting it back. So you think he's
so he would come in like the fast food joints, he would come in from the roof?
That's what it looks like, yeah. I don't know if I've got to that part yet.
So he lived in the Toys R Us.
Yeah, he lived in the Toys R Us.
Like the dream of every 8-year-old boy.
Yeah. But his diet, so you got to be resourceful in here, right? Because you don't want to be bringing in a bunch of food and a bunch of trash, because that'll cause attention.
Exactly, and it's Toys R Us. They don't have food. I mean, what the fuck are you gonna eat? You gonna eat Buzz Lightyear?
They do have food. They have baby food, Richard.
Oh.
So his diet included stolen baby food.
Ooh, that's rough.
Yeah.
Did you? Okay. And maybe this is a bit of a peek behind the curtain, but did you ever eat baby food when you were past an age? Did you ever eat baby food when you were too old for baby food?
Not that I can remember. I mean, I'm sure I have, but
I think I did, and I think I rather enjoyed it.
well, all it is really like ground up peas, or I mean, if you can handle consistency, you can probably handle the
I think I
food.
was big on squash.
Because yeah, it's just that mashed up food.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a long ass time ago, though.
I just wonder what you would do. Like you're at a Toys R Us all day. Do you know he's racing cars, so he's opening up these packages. I guess maybe what do you do to hide yourself? Because if you open up all these toys, you're gonna start people are gonna start wondering why stuff is going missing, or maybe it's just enough that he did it just a few enough times that nobody noticed. It just seems like normal theft.
Well, and also like he's not to like the employees aren't suspecting that he's there. Like somebody that's going to rob the place, they're going to come in and they're going to take, 30 of a toy, or they're going to take, money out of the register or whatever. But it sounds like this guy is just coming in and just, taking a toy off the shelf, opening it up and playing around with it. I mean, when people come in the next day, they could be like, "Oh, some kid yesterday must have opened one of these boxes and taken the shit out." Or they be like, "Oh, maybe an employee is swiping, one toy to take home to his son or daughter."
Yeah, he's keeping it under enough. So I mean, I guess if you open one toy a day, or maybe one toy every other day because you want to play with it,
Yeah.
it probably wouldn't be very noticeable.
Especially since the fact that they don't know that there's a guy living in the fucking bicycle rack.
Yeah.
Like, that would be the last thing that I think the manager would suspect. He's not going to see toys laying all over, be like, wonder if somebody's fucking living in here.
Well, I wonder where's the cameras. You'd think you'd start watching cameras, too, and seeing this dude running around all night.
Well, I would think that if there are cameras, I would think that they would be, like, outside the store. Like, cameras are trying to stop people from breaking in, not necessarily watching what happens inside the store, because if it's locked up tight, then there shouldn't be anybody in there. But if somebody is already there, then they're not, you know what I mean?
So it's like they're trying to save money by not turning on the cameras in the building so it's locked down. So the assumption is that nobody's there.
Yeah, they're probably switching all the inside cameras off when the place closes, because they're like, nobody's in here. So there's nothing for the cameras to watch. They probably have, I mean, I'm sure they have some sort of outside, like, alarm system or surveillance or something to stop people from breaking in. But this guy, he's already in there. So the alarm system probably isn't going to do shit unless he tries to get out.
That seems like it'd be a pretty good gig, too. I mean, I'm sure they have, like, some kinds of sleeping bags and things like that. So in your little cubby, you throw those in there. Your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, a little Star Wars sleeping bag.
Yeah.
Like a Jar Jar Binks pillow.
Yeah. You can have your, Buzz Lightyear alarm clock. I guess you just have to be careful when you shimmy out. You shimmy out when it's starting to get a little busy.
Yeah, it's just like that movie Big, where he just has like the house full of toys.
Yeah. I haven't been to Toys R Us for years. I know the last time I went, they seemed kind of depressive. Like they weren't as cool as I remember.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, it was a toy store, but also like fucking free play space.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you could run around and like there were toys everywhere to fucking not just to look at or whatever, but toys to fucking play with. It was like Chuck E. Cheese, but you had to buy stuff.
Well, your parents had to buy stuff and they always said no.
See, so the guy comes into the store, hides inside the store until they close, and then once they close, then he gets out and he starts playing with shit. He's eating baby food. Okay, now to go back to the original thing, you said he had a significant other.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, so she's like, I'd really like to come over to your place at some time. He's like, oh, you can. It's kind of messy.
Yeah, there's stuff everywhere. Just laying in the aisles. I mean, halls. Stuff in the halls.
My work, the people I work with, the people I room with are pretty messy, so. But I mean, so when you're in a retail store, what time of year is like the most crowded and like the time where somebody might actually notice like, hey, there's some guy sleeping here? Like
it's gotta be Christmas time, right?
Yeah. So during holiday season, I guess he created like a secret passageway. So this dude was kind of a spy. He created a secret passageway into a circuit city that was next door, but it was abandoned. So he built sheetrock under a stairwell. And he painted the walls. He put up posters and action figures, and he put a mounted toy basketball hoop on it.
Oh my God, it's like the Shawshank Redemption.
Oh yeah, pretty much.
It's just like the Shawshank Redemption. Like the guys are sitting there arguing, and one of them has a brick, and he's like, I swear, I don't know why all these toys keep going missing, and where's all the fucking baby foot? Wait a minute. And there they see the tunnel. Oh my God. So he has a tunnel to a circuit city. Is he playing around in the circuit city?
A little bit. What he did was he set up like this whole elaborate a place for him to live, and in here he would sit and watch like Spider-Man on a DVD player. So I guess this is when his scheme kind of started getting a little bit more creative. So instead of going after the fast food restaurants, he decided he wanted to have a takeover robbery of the Toys R Us.
Okay, here's my thing though. Like, you're living in the Toys R Us. You have this tunnel to a circuit city. At this point, why are you even bothering to rob fast food joints? Like, it sounds like you got a pretty fucking sweet setup.
Yeah.
Like, you got a gig. Like, you're hanging out all day and whatever, and then at night you're in a Toys R Us and you fuck around and
those have to close at what, like 9? So you get there 8, get into your little cubby, wait an hour or two, everybody's gone by 10. You got the run of the store.
Yeah, and then you just fuck around the store, be like, man, I want to find something to watch. You fucking tunnel your way over to Circuit City, and then you're hanging out in Circuit City. You're watching stuff on DVD players. You're making funny faces at the camcorders so you can see yourself on the TV.
You got all the new games. You're playing all these games all day.
Yeah. Oculus Rift on your head. You're just like wandering the aisles.
It really is like big.
It is. Like at this point, I'm thinking, why is he bothering with robbing places of their money? Like, what the fuck does he need the money for? He's got all the free toys and electronics and baby food that he can buy. What the fuck's the money for?
I had to say it probably comes down to greed, because when he robbed Toys R Us, it was on December 26th, day after Christmas. So they've got like as much money probably in the store as they ever have.
Oh God, you know what it is? He needs the money to buy his fucking girlfriend shit.
For Christmas, yeah. I bet that's what it is.
See, this is what I'm talking about right here. It's the women. It's the damn women.
He's at that church, function, and somebody says, "Well, it's, when are you going to make an honest woman out of?" I think her name's Leah. When are you going to make an honest woman out of Leah? Well, I don't know. She's like, yeah, sir. Well, what the hell is his name again? Jeffrey. Yeah, Jeffrey. When are you going to make me an honest woman? He's never even shown me his place yet. I don't even know where he lives. I'm just not ready, Leia. I'm just
okay.
Not
like
ready.
Maybe this is just. But if I'm a girl and he's like, "Hey, babe, I spend my evenings in a Toys R Us, hanging out and fucking around with toys and electronics all day," tell me you wouldn't want to do that.
Oh heck yeah,
right? Like if I'm a girl, I'm like, I'm gonna fuck this guy forever, and then we'll fucking play around with RC cars.
You ever have sex in a Pocahontas tent? It's amazing. So I guess just his downfall, yeah. So he's trying to get this money, like we said, assumably to buy a ring for his lady,
probably, or buy something for his lady for fucking Christmas, because God forbid she needs something.
And he gets violent with this. So I guess he had robbed a pawn shop.
Ooh.
And he got a gun. So he robbed a pawn shop to get a gun. Which
oh no,
he could have just robbed it and got her engagement ring right there. She wouldn't know.
That's a good point. He could have robbed something from the pawn shop. Like pawn shops have good stuff. I've seen that show Pawn Stars. Like they've got collectible coins and shit like that.
This is a sword from Caesar himself. It's been inspected by the Smithsonian. I think I'm ready to part ways for it. I think it's worth $100,000.
Yeah.
And guys all like, that hilt looks a little bit used. I'll give you $5 for it. Well, I came in for 100,000, but I settled for 5, so I think I
settled for $5. I'm gonna go buy a knife and stab myself in the face with it until I'm dead.
You know those shows are all like a skit based too, right? Like it's not like the person just shows up. Like they're the rehearsed acts.
Oh yeah, like it's not like somebody just randomly drops in with, hey, I've got this, collectible car from 1942 or whatever. Like they call the show and then it's like, okay, well you'll come in at this time at this day. We'll have some cameras set up. You're going to talk about we're going to interview you in the parking lot and you're going to talk about what you're trying to sell and how much you want to get for it and blah blah blah. And then you're going to go into the store and we'll have this little banter and
you'll say $10,000, he'll say 10, you'll settle on 25. Maybe that's a scheme that they put on too. Maybe that's how they get a bunch of stuff real cheap. Cuz as they leave it's
there was one of the dudes from that show was on, God, he was on some talk show. One of the late night ones. I want to say it was Letterman. And he asked, I think it was Letterman, and he asked the guy, he was like, how like do you really make like serious money trading in, old baseball cards and, war memorabilia and stuff like that? And the guy said, he's like, honestly, I, even with the show and, and whatever, he's like, I honestly, at this point, I still make about 2/3 of my business is just gold and silver. Just, people that show up because they're in Vegas. That pawn shop's smack in the middle of fucking Vegas. Is people showing up at 3 a.m. trying to hawk off their fucking Rolex so they can go gamble for 3 more hours.
So he gives them $100 for a Rolex that's worth like 600 or something.
Yeah, or some ridiculous fucking nonsense. But he was saying that he's like, I'm a majority of the money. He said 2/3 of. I mean, this was a few years ago. I don't know if that's the case now. But he was saying, he's like, 2/3 of my business right now is just gold and silver. Just people coming in and hawking off the Rolex so they can go on the strip for another hour at the slots. So, I mean, pawn shop has some cool shit, but I'm sure, like you said, he could have gone. He could have picked up a ring right then and there.
Yeah, got it.
Jewelry galore in the pawn shop.
And then been good. He's engaged to his, fiance now, and he can leave this life of crime. But it got pretty violent because he took the gun and tried to rob the hand that fed him, Richard.
Oh, mistake.
He held up the Toys R Us.
Like during the day?
Sometime in the evening, I think. Like probably was their
closing.
So
he came in like right before close or whatever?
Yeah. Probably his normal routine.
But instead he decides, hey, let me head to the manager's office and point a gun at him and try and get all the money I can.
But, 2 employees slip away, and this kind of starts the whole ordeal of, who is he? We got this, photo identification, and they lead to know that, okay, he went to this church, and they identified who he was. This is when they tell his girlfriend. This is where the woman comes into play here.
Oh, see, this is when it all goes downhill. And, okay, here's my other problem. I mean, like you said, bite the hand that fed him, okay? The biggest, issue when it comes to, attempting any sort of robbery or whatever, I mean, what is it? It's your exit strategy,
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So you rob this place, like, where the fuck are you going to run to? You're living in the Toys R Us.
He robs him and goes back into his cubby. He's like, I'll be safe here.
I mean, it's like me walking into the living room and holding up my wife for $20. Like, where am I going to go?
Hey, babe, I got $20. You want to get pizza? It's my $20, dickhead.
Like, I walk in the living room with a knife, and I'm like, bitch, give me everything in your wallet. And then she hands it to me, and I'm like, you want to go out tonight?
and she didn't know. She said it was a huge shock. She was numb and kind of hysterical. But then things kind of started making sense. So I guess he had bought her diamond earrings and expensive scarves. So he was doing this life of crime to basically afford her these nice things.
Right? He's trying to get, because he's doing it for the pussy.
Yeah, he was giving gifts.
He's trying to get play at the church social, and he knows he needs a little bit of scratch to do that. He comes up with this ingenious plan of let me act like Tom Cruise and drop in through the roof, which, I mean, it sounds like that whole thing was going flawlessly.
Well, it kind of sounds like what happened is he was buying so much expensive stuff for his lady that, he lost his apartment. The landlord kicked him out because he wasn't making enough money from his, burglary runs because he was buying her all these expensive gifts. So he's like, he's walking by Toys R Us and he ends up living there for a bit. But he still wants to, because I guess apparently her 40th birthday was coming up. So he wanted to get her something big for her 40th birthday.
Oh, see? Fucking women, man.
And they said that was his big mistake. So I guess he had gone back one more time to see her. And that's where the cops were waiting for him.
Yep. It's John Dillinger. It's John Dillinger all over again. Shoot him in the back of the movie theater. And who tips him off? Fucking girlfriend.
Hey everyone, this is Tom from the Say What Podcast, and I would love it if you'd swing over to saywhatpodcast.com to check us out as soon as you're done listening to this show. We handpick real news articles to poke fun at every week, like a lady from Florida attacking her boyfriend with a ceramic squirrel, or kids rubbing chapstick in their eyes to get high, or the guy who got arrested for repeatedly having sex with an inflatable pool shark. Yeah, I think you get the point. So tune into the Say What Podcast every Friday on iTunes, Stitcher, and at saywhatpodcast.com.
Oh, man. I mean, they really don't talk about, it seems pretty straightforward. You just got caught. They said this is like something you'd see in a movie. But they also talk a little bit about here. It's like this is pretty similar to... I guess this was a Natalie Portman film, Where the Heart Is. I've never heard of it.
Oh, I have.
Of course you have.
Oh, I have. Natalie Portman was in it. And, one of the Judds. The pretty one.
Ashley?
I think so. Yeah.
I think all women are pretty, Richard.
Do you? Yeah? Would you go live in a Toys R Us?
I don't know. What's the other Judd sister look like?
I don't know.
Let me look. Oh, God. Yeah, you're... Oh, goodness.
Do I seem like the kind of person that listens to the fucking Judds?
She's an attractive lady.
I couldn't even tell you a single fucking Judd song. I'm sure I've heard one because that's my life, but...
So Ashley Judd is the actress, and then her sister is the singer, I guess?
No, there's two sisters that are singers.
Wynonna Judd?
Yeah. Ashley, what was the one you just said?
Wynonna.
Yeah, Wynonna, Ashley, and then there's another one. I can't think of the other one.
Are you thinking of the mom?
Maybe.
Naomi.
I don't know. The band was called the Judds, so I'm assuming there's more than one.
Yeah, I think Naomi was the mom. I think the mom and the daughter was the singers.
Okay.
Because Ashley Judd is just an actress.
Right.
And her name's not even Judd. It's Ashley Tyler Simonella.
Oh, see what happens? You pull the curtain back a little bit,
Yep.
and now my whole world shattered.
Well, Wynonna Judd, she was Christina Claire Simonella. She was the 3 C's.
But yeah, okay. So Natalie Portman. Okay, Where the Heart Is. Okay, I vaguely remember this movie. I think she was. Oh shit. She was living in a Walmart?
Yeah, she was a pregnant teenager living in a Walmart.
Yes, and she gave birth in the Walmart.
To Luke and Leia?
No, you're No, see, now you're mixing up movies. So Natalie Portman gives birth in a Walmart, but it wasn't to Luke and Leia. That was in episode 3. But she gives birth in a Walmart, and I can't remember what the fuck she names the kid. But she names the kid something that has to do with Walmart, if I remember correctly.
Did she name it like after the owner or something? Whatever his name is?
Oh, fuck if I know. Maybe she names it Clearance. I don't know. Shit if I know.
You mean Clarence? No, Clearance.
No, Clearance. Like the baby's on clearance? No, that's ridiculous. I named the baby clearance because that's where I gave birth.
On the clearance aisle, you might want to clean that up. It was a pretty messy site.
Yeah. Wouldn't you hate to be that Walmart worker?
Yeah. I mean,
because Walmart, like, they have tile and stuff in the aisles, but once you get off of the aisles into the actual sections with like clothes or whatever, like it's carpet a lot of times. So like you're just, you're Shawn and you're like, hey, I'm working at Walmart. I'm trying to make a living, trying to support my family. I greet people at the door. Sometimes I got to clean up messes. And there's a call. You got to go to, men's sporting goods. And you come around the corner and birth. Birth all over.
Do you think pregnant women are like cats too? Like you go and watch the video and she was on the tile, but she like hurried up to get on the carpet because she had to, because cats puke on carpet. I don't know if you know this, Richard. Like cats, you can have hardwood floor all over the house, like perfect place for them to vomit, and they'll run into the bedroom or wherever your carpet is and puke on the carpet.
Funny story, okay? I have a cat, and the cat just recently, within the last month, gave birth to 2 kittens. So the cat had 2 kittens, and I'm sitting in the living room and I'm watching something on television. I don't remember what it was. My son comes in, and I knew the cat was pregnant, and I knew the cat was like I knew it was like any minute, And so my son comes in the living room, and he's like, "Dad," he's like, "the cat peed on my bed." And as soon as he said that, like my brain clicked, and I was like, "Oh God, no!" And I run into the bedroom, and sure enough, there she is sitting there on my son's bed. Like licking herself, and I know that's what she's fucking doing. I was like, nope, not on the bed. So I run and grab a box and find like an old towel and put it in the box. And as she's doing it, I pick the cat up and move her into the box.
Are you doing the
breathe, kitten?
Oh, I think this one looks like me.
But she's like sitting there and she's like licking herself because I guess that's what cats do when they give birth. So when you said like, I wonder if women give birth like cats, it painted a very disturbing picture of Natalie Portman in aisle 6 trying to lick herself while giving birth to a baby.
That would have made that movie that much more amazing.
That would have that would have gotten her an Oscar. That's an Oscar performance right there.
She was in Black Swan. I mean, that was pretty close to it. Her and Miley Kunis going at it, from what I hear.
It just wasn't hers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I mean, you see like things like that. I mean, like these places that are open 24 hours a day. I would assume that they're probably fairly easy to be in as long as you want.
Yeah, I would think so. Like, I mean, yeah, you're wandering the aisles and whatever. Like, I mean, I think the only hang up is when you are trying to sleep. Like, okay, like Walmart, for example, like where the fuck are you going to try and like sleep at?
Well, I mean, the perfect place. I mean, you remember, or they have those big circular clothes racks.
So you just crawl inside there and just curl up underneath?
Yeah, you crawl into one of those. Yeah. Throw a couple, jackets and stuff on you and just, take a nap right there. Oh,
okay.
And I mean, even like, so they have like all those extras.
So it is kind of like a cat.
Yeah.
Just curl up in a little ball and.
If I fits, I sit. I think there's a job in this, Richard, for us to figure out how long we could live in a Walmart or a Toys R Us. Probably a Toys R Us would be better.
You know what that is? That's a documentary in the making. That's what that is. Like, that's not a movie because, I mean, obviously, like you said, where the heart is. Like, that's been done. What we need a documentary, some real. We got to get to the real of us inside a Toys R Us, like sleeping inside the Buzz Lightyear tent.
It just ends up being us, like, hurting ourselves, going, ow! Shh, don't, Shawn, be quiet. Shh. You're going to get me in trouble.
Hear us.
I skinned my knee. Why did you put the cards there?
Sirs, what are you doing? Oh, quick, think of something. We're having sex. I mean, we're tired. So, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he ends up getting caught.
So he goes to visit the girlfriend, and the police are waiting for him, and that's how he gets caught.
Basically, yeah, because they find her because she went to the church and like, oh yeah, this is so and so's boyfriend, and they explain it to her, and she's like, oh yeah, I had no idea. Like, okay, well, let's tell him to come for your 40th birthday, and that's where we'll arrest him. And apparently, he didn't really put up too much of a fight from the sound of this.
Well, no, because at that point he's probably fucking exhausted and somewhat I mean, all he's eating is baby food.
That's a good point.
Probably can't put up much of a fight just because he's like weak. I just want some protein in my life.
Yeah, it's kind of. I mean, it's interesting when you see the lives of people like this. Like his mom didn't know. Like, wouldn't you think your mom would know where you're living? I mean, he was hiding out in a Toys R Us for so long. I'm assuming that's where he lived.
Yeah. How long was he in the Toys R Us?
I mean, it sounds like months at a time.
That's crazy.
I like the fact that he put up baby monitors and stuff to see what was happening in the store. So it's almost like he was a pseudo manager.
He's walking. So he's wandering the aisles, and then he just goes up to one of the employees. He's like, hey, you should check out aisle 5. There's some shady kids over there.
He's conducting a few morning scrums with everybody. It's like, all right, guys. Like, who is this guy?
He shows up for the team meetings.
Yeah. I've noticed a lot of shit going on here. Who is this? I'm Manager Jeff. Call me Manager Jeff. That's my title.
Hey, nice to meet you, Manager Jeff. I'm here from corporate. First thing I want to say, Tammy, stop chewing gum when you're checking out. How does he know?
I know. I have eyes everywhere. My eyes have eyes, Tammy. I've seen what you do in those toilets. It's disgusting. Conduct yourself like a Toys R Us, one of the TRUs.
Yeah. Denise, Shane, knock that shit off in the bathrooms. We're only asking for hour checks, not half hour. All right? You know what I mean.
Only kids' toys in this place, nothing else.
And who's playing around with the lightsabers in the back room?
That's what
ridiculous.
And then like one of the guys, it's like, yeah, I've noticed there's a lot of race cars and stuff that end up on the roof. He's like, shut your dirty mouth. We don't talk about those.
That's policy.
Cars on the roof, that's fine. Lightsaber duels without me, not fine.
No, that is not cool. I'm going to have to write this up.
He pulls out an Etch-a-Sketch. Like, that doesn't look professional. It's like, who's from corporate? Is it you? Are you from corporate?
Did you just write your name on your shirt? That doesn't look like a name tag. It's a corporate shirt. Looks like you got it out of the kids section. You know what? Who's the boss here? Okay? I know what you've been doing.
Corporate Jeff, I just called corporate and they've never heard of you. It's super corporate. You gotta go a level above corporate. That's where I'm from.
Yeah. This is I'm a super secret shopper.
Well, they're coming in right now. They said they called the police and they're on the way. I gotta go. Bye. he Winnie the Poohs it into his bicycle.
His way back.
He tries to hurry up into his bicycle thing and gets stuck, kind of Winnie the Pooh style.
Bust through the wall at Circuit City. Hi, my name's Jeff. I'm from corporate. And that's when the workers at Toys R Us and Circuit City, they're one of the employees from Circuit City shows up at a bar and they get into a conversation with somebody, hey, my name's Tom. I work at Toys R Us. And she's like, hi, my name's Tammy. I work at Circuit City. Rough day? Yeah, this fucking dude from corporate showed up named Jeff. I swear that dude's a dick. He knows everything. Wait a minute, did you say Jeff from corporate?
That's odd. Jeff from corporate at Circuit City stopped by today, too.
He kept telling us to leave the cameras on at night. Oh my God, he might have made porn in there.
There you go. Well, he was by himself, so it'd be alone porn.
Yeah, it would be. I mean, really, at the end of the day, isn't all porn alone porn?
Yeah, it's true.
At least for people like you and me. Oh, now I'm sad.
Let's see. I wish they would have talked a little bit more about his actual roofman persona.
Right?
They don't really mention much about that. They do have a good picture of the Circuit City. It's definitely abandoned, all boarded up. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't just live there. You know, you kind of hoard your stuff into the Circuit City. That seems like that would be a better idea.
Minute. So the Circuit City wasn't even open when he was living there, or what?
Yeah, it was abandoned. I don't know if there's still some stuff in there.
Oh, so he made a tunnel to an abandoned Circuit City.
Yeah, it was next door to the Toys R Us.
Yeah, like you said, why wouldn't he just live there? Because then he doesn't have to worry about shit. Like he could just sleep at the Circuit City, and then when he wants to like play with toys or eat baby food, he just crawls over, grabs what he needs, and goes back.
And he could do that during the day. You know, you get a little shopping cart of stuff, you slide it into your bicycle hole and go to your Circuit City. Oh man, did you imagine all the activities you could do in an open, abandoned Circuit City?
Oh my God, would that not be so much fun? Get in a shopping cart and just go down the aisles?
Yeah, well, you take your bike over there, you build ramps. I mean, he basically had a business right there. He could have started his own skate park. Nobody would have known.
Oh my God, yes. See, now I've just realized what I want to do in the event there's like a nuclear holocaust or something.
Yeah.
I'm going to go find a giant abandoned building and make it into a bike park.
Well, I think this would be a dude you'd want on your side during all that, because I don't know about you, but I kind of try to think through some of those things. Like, okay, what are places where I could go to get some resources and do those things if anything ever hit the fan? You know, like, it's like, okay, well, I want to go here to get these things. Like baby food, that's a good idea. I'm guessing that stuff never spoils.
I don't know about never spoils, but I'm sure, it keeps a lot longer than actual food. I think baby food is just like any canned food. You know, it'll keep for a while, but not forever. It's not a Twinkie, for fuck's sake.
But this dude was pretty crafty. I guess he was serving a 45-year sentence when he was on this whole McDonald's / living at Toys R Us. He had actually escaped from a correctional institute in North Carolina.
Oh my God! So he's an escaped convict?
Yeah, so he's been on the run. So he escaped from North Carolina, and he made it all the way. I believe this takes place in San Francisco. No, this is in North Carolina too. Sorry. So yeah, he escaped a place in North Carolina, and he made a living on this Toys R Us and going to church.
Oh, that's awesome. I mean, hats off to the guy, number one, for escaping prison, because, that's obviously no easy feat. So he escapes prison, he figures out a place to live, he figures out a place to hang out, where he can play with fucking toys all day, he figures out a food source, and has time to go to church and have a girlfriend.
Yeah. And the I believe this is the sheriff, the arresting sheriff, he says, you know, this is in quotes, he says, you hate to compliment this guy because he's a dirtbag, but we can learn a lot from him.
I mean, he's my hero now. Hats off to you, Roof Man.
Well, that's what they say. It says, it wouldn't surprise me if he escapes again, because he's that crafty.
That's amazing. He's gotta be fucking like super intelligent. He's like a super villain.
He's a a safer supervillain. Yeah,
that's awesome. Huh? See, I don't think I'd have the resourcefulness to be that in what's the word I'm looking for? Ingenuitive.
I don't know. Obviously in your current state, like you wouldn't be like, you know, I'm gonna live in a Toys R Us because, you know, I might get arrested, and you know, there's a lot of bad things that can happen from that. And it's always, and I guess this goes to kind of something I've always thought about is, you know, this guy put in so much work and effort. You know, he built under a staircase a fake wall for him to live in.
Yeah.
You know, he put in a lot of work. And it's one of those things that, you know,
how do you think he got away with putting in the wall? Like he shows up and he's like, "Hi, I'm Jeff the contractor." Yeah. I thought you were Jeff from corporate.
No, that's my twin brother. You know, he got me this gig.
That's evil Jeff. He was kind of a dick. I know, right? I've never liked him. That's why I went to the contracting business.
I just figured like he put like a fake like Bob the Builder kit up, and it has like some kind of like work in progress sign. Everybody's like, "Oh, well, that seems official."
I thought you were gonna say fake mustache. Like, that's my evil twin. I'm the good twin. Look at this mustache. Like one of those big handlebar kind of mustaches. I'm Jeff the contractor.
It's a fake Mr. Potato Head one. He's got hold up with like duct tape. But I mean, that's the thing. He put in so much effort to not work. I mean, he put in so much work to just not work, I guess, is the way to put it. You know, instead of just going and finding a gig somewhere where, you know, he's earning legit money, you know, he tried to steal all this stuff and figure out all these different kinds of, you know, resourceful ways to not have to actually work.
Well, okay, but to be fair, at this point, he's an escaped convict. So how's he gonna, you know, you escape prison, like how the hell are you gonna try and find some sort of 9 to 5 fucking job?
I guess when he's filling out the job application, it's like, have you ever been convicted of a felony? Yes. Currently should be serving 45 years in jail. And I don't know when he got arrested before, if it was kind of the same ordeal.
Previous employer, the state of North Dakota.
What'd you do? I stamped license plates for 25 cents an hour.
On the highway.
Oh, so you care about the environment? Yes, I do. I care a lot about the environment. Hey, where'd all my pins go? I don't know.
It was probably my twin brother. He was in here earlier. No, I thought you looked familiar. Yeah, that's my brother, Evil Jeff. We call him Evil Jeff. He works for corporate.
He's the one that got me this interview. Well, that's a good point. If he's messing with schedules, he could probably get it. But
he just writes himself in the schedule.
Employee of the month, Jeff.
He's like Milton from Office Space.
Yeah.
Well, they're just like, well, we turned out that there was a glitch in payroll. He was laid off about 6 months ago, but there was a glitch in payroll, and he just kept receiving a paycheck, and he kept showing up to work. So what'd you do? Well, we fixed the glitch. So he won't be receiving a paycheck anymore, and problem should just work itself out.
But yeah, that's good old Jeff from North Carolina, the roof man, if you will.
Well, I gotta say, like, hats off to Jeff, because number one, he escapes prison. Number two, he concocts this elaborate lair for himself inside the Toys R Us. And I mean, okay, maybe this is just the kid in me, but he's probably thinking like, hey, I need a place where I can lay my head down. I need a place where I can, have a steady supply of food so I don't go hungry and blah, blah, blah. But in my head, I'm thinking, oh my God, he can play with all the toys he wants forever.
You're the greatest thing.
Oh, I know, right?
So what toy? So, okay, you've got your run of Toys R Us. What's the toys that you're playing with?
Well, for me, it's going to be the Star Wars toys, because they've got so much now. Like with Force Awakens, like you've got X-Wings. He could put together Legos.
Oh, yeah.
You just hang out and fucking spend the evening putting together Legos. And like, he's so crafty, he built this fucking like fake wall and whatever. He spends the day putting Legos together. And like, a night goes by and boom, he's got Lego Star Destroyer.
That's why he gets himself on the schedules. He's ordering things. What do you mean we need 20,000 Lego sets? They're hot sellers, I tell you. And in the Toys R Us, he's got like a life-size Millennial Falcon he's built.
Sandy doesn't think it's a good idea. Well, maybe Sandy wants to work the day shift for the next 3 weeks.
I imagine that with that life-size Millennial Falcon, like when the police show up, it's like, we're not even really mad. We're kind of impressed right now.
Is this a tunnel? Did you build this yourself?
Yeah, I built it with...
Can I go in it? The cops show up and they're like, we're here to arrest... Oh my God, is that an RC car on the roof? Give me that.
I call dibs. Dibs!
Vroom, vroom. So does this mean you're not... No, we're still taking you to jail, sir. But
well, we're going to play with this stuff for another hour.
Just wait in the car.
We rolled the windows down and turned the AC on. You should be okay.
Oh, shit, he got out.
Oh, well, let's keep playing with this shit.
This is awesome. Maybe we should live here.
Yeah, it's like a rite of passage. Now these two cops live there. And that'd be the only bad thing. Like you talked about the lightsaber stuff. You wouldn't have anybody to share those experiences with.
Yeah, that's true.
Like you would have to have like if me and you were able to do that, it'd be fun because we'd have lightsaber fights. The Nerf guns. You could have a whole like Nerf war in the Toys R Us.
Oh my God, that sounds amazing. I'll tell you what though, because this brings up an idea for me. Okay, think of Walmart, right? Like, you ever notice that the general layout of Walmarts are all the same, right?
Yeah, for the most part.
You go into a Walmart and it's, groceries here and this is here and blah, blah, blah. And it's all kind of laid out. Even the clothes racks are kind of laid out roughly the same. So what if all the Toys R Us's are laid out the same? If this guy found a small way he could create a little cubbyhole for himself, theoretically, you could find this same sort of cubbyhole in any Toys R Us. So does this mean that we could go to our local Toys R Us and find a similar cubbyhole that Jeff found, and then we could live in Toys R Us?
We have to find the Jeffrey plans on the internet. It's like, okay, here's how to live in a Toys R Us 101.
See, that's how he's gonna make his money when he's in prison. When he goes, when he goes back, he's just gonna put all this shit out on the internet, and he's gonna be like, "Hey, you want to know how to live in a Toys R Us? Send me $20."
Well, I would say, it was just one guy in a cubby. I'm comfortable with this, and I'm sure you will be too, but we'll probably have to scrunch up pretty close.
Probably.
But if we're getting to play with all these toys all day...
Nothing we haven't done before.
Yeah. I see that you guys got the twin 2 beds. No, we just need one. Just forget the bed. We'll be fine. But yeah, I mean, it seems like this dude had something... He had a good gig going, and he screwed it up, I think's the bad thing. I don't know how long he could have kept going.
He didn't screw it up. His girlfriend screwed it up.
Love screwed it up.
Love screwed it up. But I'll tell you what, I've just had the realization, I think that we should compel our listeners to go find a cubbyhole at Toys R Us and see if it's viable.
Give us feedback.
Apparently it's by the bike rack, so I want everybody to look around the bike rack and see if there's a place you can live. And if there is, send us a picture, and then we'll come live with you in the Toys R Us.
What we'll do is you and I can go around. We can put bumper stickers, LB bumper stickers in those. And that's what they have to go find. They have to find the bumper sticker.
Yes. Oh my God. It'd be like a code.
Yeah.
Bro code. LO bro code.
All right. Well, I guess, is there any Richard's closing thoughts you'd like to throw out on this?
You know what? I think I just put out my closing thought. It's the fact that I'm sending people on a mission. Hey, what's everybody doing? You guys sitting around, a little tired of paying rent, tired of your house payment? Oh my God, the electric bill's here. Oh my God, the water bill's here. Don't know what you should do? I have an idea. Live in a Toys R Us. And apparently Jeff knows exactly how to do it. But I guess if I'm going to go for a closing thought, is that the life of crime needs to be a lonely life if you want to be successful. If you want to be good at it, it's a hard row to hoe, but you're going to have to hoe alone.
What's that say for us then? Do we need to stop doing this hoeing together?
That sounded way dirtier when it came out. But yeah, that's what needs to happen. No, not you and me alone, because we're guys.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. So, bro,
we have to keep women out of the equation.
So the age-old bros before hoes.
Oh my God. Rule number 1 of the bro code. I think it holds true. Holds true here. Holds true for Jeff. Poor Jeff. That's a cautionary tale. That's what that is.
And that goes both ways. Girls, you're bros in our eyes. Everybody's a bro. Bros before the guy hoes. That's what I always say.
LO bros before all those hoes.
All right. Well, I'll do a little bit of housekeeping. All right. Visit our website. We're at languageofbromance.com. Follow us on Twitter. We're at languageofbro. Email us at eatthebeaver@languageofbromance.com. Like us on Facebook. Subscribe and leave a review on Google Play Music, iTunes, and Stitcher.
And don't forget to check us out on the Pod Bros Network,
the best podcast site on the internet.
And it's travel size. You can fit it inside your little cubby.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff you can put up to decorate your little cubby.
Oh, it'll be perfect.
And also, if you want to check out our Patreon account, we have all kinds of different levels for the LOB Army. So check it out and see what level you want to be. It's the easiest way to gain ranks in the LOB Army.
Right. All those people that are sitting around that never got a chance to join the military, and you're like, man, I wish I could call myself, Captain Dave or, General Tom. Guess what? Now you can. Who doesn't want to? You could put that on a business card.
You can.
And we would totally vouch for it.
Just go to www.patreon.com/language of bromance.
Who wants to be a general?
I'm raising my hand right now.
Yeah, my hand's up too.
All right. Was there anything else before I close her out?
No.
All right. Well, that's all the bromance we have for this show. I'm Shawn.
And I'm Richard.
And I say we eat the beaver.
I'm Jeff from corporate.
I'm Jeff from corporate, and I say we eat the beaver.
I say we... Jeff approved.